For regular traffic updates, you can follow N3TC on Twitter at N3 Route or contact their help center 0800 63 4357. You can also download the N3TC mobility app on your smartphone or tablet. Now, for more on this story, we joined on the line by Con Roo, who speaks on behalf of the N3 Toll Concession. Con, good morning and thank you very much for your time. I guess one of the advices you'll be giving to motorists this morning, particularly those who will be heading back from Durban back to Gauteng, is to really start early their journey to avoid speeding.
Absolutely, Dan. I think that's of critical importance that motorists should make as early as possible a start in order to avoid that peak traffic, which we're expecting between 11 o'clock this morning and about 9 o'clock tonight. As you mentioned, we are expecting traffic volumes to exceed 2,500 vehicles an hour heading northbound, which is absolute capacity on the road. So in line with that, we're asking motorists please to exercise patience, to drive responsibly and to take regular breaks. And then in addition to that, to drive with their headlights on in order to make themselves more visible to other motorists.
Yeah, in some parts of that highway sometimes can become a little bit tricky with visibility, but driving with your headlights on just seems like common sense, especially on a long journey. And people might actually spend longer in the traffic as they travel between toll plaza and toll plaza. Maybe they should also make sure that in their cars they've got enough water and other stuff to drink and eat.
I think that's fantastic advice. Should there, in peak traffic periods such as that, if there's even a small incident, it creates a backlog very quickly, and motorists might find themselves stranded out on the road, especially if it's warm conditions. So we strongly advise motorists to carry water and some food in order to be prepared for any eventuality. So thank you for that.
Now, tell us, these emergency satellite stations that you're setting up along the N3, what kind of services would they be able to provide? So, if a motorist is in need of help.
Yes, the services which are on offer are our own route patrol service, which is there to provide assistance to motorists in any eventuality, even if it's a puncture or something of that nature. Then also the law enforcement authorities and emergency medical rescue teams will be on full alert throughout the day. And I do want to express a word of really, really warm gratitude to all the services who are on standby today, giving up their time, sacrificing their time in order to serve the motorists on the N3.
And I know that you've highlighted very briefly, Con, the fact that the people must not overtake on the pass. I mean, that's a Van Rynen's pass. It's really an uphill drive there as you make your way from Durban towards Harrismith. But generally, overtaking on any part of the highway should be done with extreme caution.
Yes, thank you for that. There's a basic rule of the road which sometimes we think people are not adhering to as they should, and that's to keep left past right. And in peak traffic periods, that becomes incredibly important not to swerve through the traffic, passing on the left-hand side and then swerving across into the right-hand lane. And so that basic courtesy of observing a keep left past right rule is of critical importance. Of course, as you have highlighted, Van Rynen's Pass is a key element on the whole route. And on that particular hill, very steep hill, lot of traffic, our main observation there is that people do not observe safe following distances. So if that could be observed and improved, that would improve things considerably.
Basically, start early, be prepared and be considered on the road, and just observe all the rules that we all know we need in order to arrive home safely. Thank you very much. That's Con Roo, who speaks for the N3 Toll Concession, talking to us about the expected high traffic volumes, especially on that N3 highway coming back from Durban.